Hey guys, what is up? We are back with another episode of Out of the Park Baseball 22 with the Cincinnati Reds. It is September 1st. Like I said, I simmed through August after last episode, and we are 85 and 49, 9 games clear of the Chicago Cubs. Let's take a look at we're not going to run through the whole stat line because I'm just going to sim ahead to the end of the season here with us being where we are, and then we'll look at the final team stats when we get there. So, but you can see offensively, we are quite good. Second in runs scored, third in batting average, first in on base, second in OPS, first in WAR, seventh in home runs, second in WOBA. Our pitching staff our bullpen's really good. Our starters are just okay. It's crazy to think that come playoff time, we might be pulling Justin Barnes out of the rotation. He's been by far our worst starting pitcher this year. So, at any rate, our bullpen fantastic now with Morales, Stewart, Gutierrez, and Medellin, actually, and Hayes. Really, our whole bullpen is quite good. Anchored, of course, by Tony Stewart. Offensively, we're pretty solid up and down the lineup. You know, there's no real easy outs. I mean, even our worst hitter, Tamar Johnson, is hitting 300. Coliano is only hitting 256, but with power. Juan Arce, he's probably our weakest link, but even he is slightly below average, and he really shouldn't be starting. I mean, if we had Royce Lewis out there, he'd be our starter, and we'd be fine. But so Bregman doing a nice job in the leadoff spot. Guzman and Zumaya are just continuing to hammer away at the baseball. So the plan at this point is to sim to the end of the regular season. We will do a stat recap. We'll look at prospects, and then we will get to the postseason. So there's your intro, and I'll be back in a minute. All right, we are back. It is the end of the regular season, and we finished with a record of 106 and 56. Best record in baseball. We were 18 and 7 in September, 21 and 7 in our last 24 games. And what's crazy about that, if you look at our schedule, so we won our last 3 games of the year, but look at our September schedule. We won our first 14 games of the month, and then went 2-5 because out of the park baseball. So we won our first 14 games, and then we won 4 of our last 11 of the month. Is that right? So 14-0 followed by 4-7. Yeah, so pretty crazy stuff. At any rate, 106 and 56. Let's take a look at the team stats before we get to the postseason. So, Tony Stewart, just another incredible year. Actually ended up better than he was last year, even though his ERA was a bit higher. BABIP was significantly higher. Still put up a 5-win season as a bullpen arm. 8-6, 2.23 ERA. 200 back-to-back 200 strikeout seasons from bullpen arm. Just absolutely nuts. Only 55 hits given up in 105 innings. He was every bit as dominant as he was last year. Atsunori Fujimoto had a really nice first season for us. He was injured for part of the year, but ended up 11-4 with a 3.54 ERA, and that's with a 7.62 ERA in his first 6 starts of the year. So you just look at his stats after that: 114, 230, 201. He was just really, really solid for us all year long. So very happy with that signing. Miller Green, again, we talked about him. He was sort of an afterthought. We had some extra money, and it was like, hey, let's sign this guy. And all he did was lead us in wins and put up a 3-win season as our number 5 starter. Al Morales was really quite good in the closer role. If you look at his splits, as a starter, he was 4-4 with a 5.23 ERA. As a reliever, 2-1 with a 1.49, 19 saves, 61 strikeouts in 42 innings. Actually posted a higher WAR in 42 innings as a reliever than he did in 74 innings as a starter. Look at the ERA plus, 297 ERA plus as a reliever, 84 as a reliever. So he was 197% better than the average pitcher as a reliever. Just unbelievable stuff. Jim Lucas, really nice rookie season, 3.53 ERA, and he actually ended up playing multiple positions. Look at this. He played 9 games at catcher, 4 games at first base. He played a couple innings in the outfield. He played everywhere, but he was quite good in his first season, 11-8, as sort of a swing man. Moved into the rotation about midway through the season. when we move Morales out. Justin Barnes had a down year. Came on, had a nice. The last month of the year was pretty good for him. Yeah, he was 4-1 in his last 6 starts with an ERA of about 3.5, 3.7, something like that. So came on strong towards the end of the year. So that's good to see. Ganshorn will likely. He was okay. I mean, he was actually better than Barnes. So we'll have to figure out who we're going to start in the postseason. Do we go with Ganshorn or do we go with Barnes? I don't know. Alex Gutierrez had another good year for us. Only pitched 49 innings, but struck out 75. Only gave up 4 home runs. Cut the walks down a bit. He's getting better. Again, that control is getting better. So he's been a solid bullpen arm for us. Elijah Ingram's one of the few pitchers who is still around from the first team. And he was really good this year as well. I mean, 2.25 ERA, 86 strikeouts in 72 innings. He walks a bit too many too, but the strikeouts and the lack of hits giving up, more than make up for it. Medellin was really good after coming over from us. Again, he was a kind of a swing man for us this year, 94 innings, over 1 WAR. He was really good, and he doesn't want a ton of money next year. So we may run this entire bullpen back because Hayes doesn't want a lot of money. Corey doesn't want a lot of money. Hayes was fantastic. 57 strikeouts in 47 innings, 1.91 ERA. He was great after we got him from the Rockies. Corey was really good after we got him from Toronto, an ERA of 3. Gave up about a hit in innings, struck out more than 9, so he was good. Teal didn't pitch much, which is fine because he's probably the worst pitcher in our bullpen, but even still, he pitched pretty well. And then Cam Brown, technically he was the worst when you consider WAR, but back in the bullpen, no problem there. So really, really good stuff out of the pitching staff this year. Very happy with what we got. And then offensively, we were a juggernaut. I mean, no other way to put it. Adon Zumaya just had an absolutely incredible season. 42 home runs, 146 knocked in, 8.5 WAR, 1062 OP. I mean, just across the board. I mean, just look at, his ratings have he's an absolute stud. Back-to-back seasons of at least 140 runs knocked in, and he's only 24 years old, and we have him locked up for the next 6 years. So, his partner in crime, Alexis Guzman, with a 5-win season that included missing 30 games, 27 home runs, led the National League in steals for a 3rd straight season. Average was a bit down, but no issues. There still isn't very good in the outfield, but, whatever. With his bat, I'll take it. Alex Bregman was fantastic in the leadoff spot for us. 3.5 WAR, 810 OPS, walked 96 times, drove in 91 runs. Depending on where we end up this at the beginning of next season financially, we may just bring him back, for another year to start to play at first base. We'll see. DeMar Johnson with another great year for us. This was one of the best initial things that we did, was picking up Johnson from the Cardinals for Garcia and a couple of other players. He's been really good in 3 years for us. His OPS plus has been right around 100, slightly below average, but with how good he's been defensively, it's more than made up for it. You can see he was great at third base this year. He was great at shortstop again, so that worked out well. Jesus Sanchez didn't really hit all that well for us, only hit 226, but provided some pop, 12 home runs, slightly below average, and then defensively, I don't think he was very good. Yeah, he wasn't. He was better than he was with Colorado. His efficiency was over 1,000, so I guess he wasn't too bad. Coliano came out of nowhere, 23 home runs, 30 doubles, 2.9 WAR. He was great. Yeah, and I think it's hard to read defensively. Catcher's ERA was 3.86, so I'm not really going to complain about that. Jerry Howard, the other half of my catching platoon, 331 batting average, 939 OPS, catcher ERA of 3.20. Yeah, I think our catching situation's in good shape here for the next couple of years. Chris Billman came out of nowhere. Again, undrafted or a minor league free agent signing, came in to put up an 819 OPS and a 116 OPS plus. Juan Arce ended up having a pretty good year, all things considered. Forced into a starter's role with the injury to Royce Lewis. 46 extra base hits, drove in almost 70. I'll take it. Jake Desmond didn't have a great year. I guess I was expecting a little more out of that, but maybe next year Arce becomes our second baseman, and we move Johnson to second when we get Royce Lewis back, and figure out what to do at third and make Desmond a backup middle infielder. That could be an option. Adame hit for some power. Fuller was not great after coming over, but we brought him over for his defense, and his defense was fine for us. He played 20 games at third, 24 at short, and was pretty good. And then Damon Long was just not very good. Let's get the prospect pipeline before we pause and get to the postseason. Moultrie ended the year okay. I mean, he'll probably start next season in high A ball because that's not a great line. 18 walks and 141 Ks. De Leon will be up next year. He got a taste this year, but he'll be up next season. I'll have to figure out what to do with him. Fernandez was our top pick a year ago, and he's coming along well. He'll start next season in Double A. He'll be up before too long. Dubon, he'll be up next year as well. We'll have to figure out what to do with him. We get 2 more starters that are coming up next season. Talked about Howard. Laxton was our 3rd round pick in 2030. Good defensive outfielder, good speed, good contact. He may move into that center field role down the road. I mean, he's got the range and the error for it. He'll start in Double A next year. Aguilar may end up being trade bait at this point. He is absolutely mashing the baseball when you look at his stats this year. 13 home runs, 73 RBIs in 109 games, but a batting average of 400. So, I mean, he was crushing the ball. And that's really it, I think. Ogus was scouting discovery. Yeah. So we're going to get to, when I get back, we're going to just quickly set the rosters, and we're going to get to the postseason. So we'll be right back once again. All right, we're back. Let's get to postseason rosters, and let's play some postseason baseball. Yeah. So we are at, I'm assuming we're at 28. Yep. Playoff roster, 27. Okay. Let's go here. Eligible. So who's not on the roster that should be? Pabon's time looks like it might be done. He lost a lot of his... Oh, they made him a starter. Why did they make him a starter on his rehab assignment? We're not going to use him because we've got players who, frankly, have been better. Now, this guy is really interesting. Julio Pena. He's 27 years old. I signed him from an independent league team, the Joliet Slammers, a year ago, and look at his development. 94 to 96, ground ball pitcher, 370 plus pitches, was really good in AAA last year. He could be fighting for a spot next season. So the international signing, looking pretty good. So it looks like we're good there. So everyone who's on the playoff roster is who I want on the playoff roster. Yeah. All right. So now we got who are gonna be our 5 starters? I think we're gonna sit Ganshorn. I feel weird sitting down Barnes. I don't feel like it's something I should be doing. Ganshorn is a reliever, really good. So we are going to use more often. We're going to bring Stewart in earlier. We'll bring Morales in earlier. Gutierrez in earlier. I want to take advantage of our really our elite bullpen, frankly. So, all right, let's get to the playoffs. Who are we going to be playing? Let's see. I guess I should do it like this, huh? Playoff coverage. Playoff tree. So the Angels and the Detroit Tigers make the playoffs in the American League, along with the Columbus Pride, who used to be the Baltimore Orioles, the Astros and the Twins, and then in the NL, Cubs and Braves for the wild card. The winner will face us, and then the Padres and the Nats in the other NLDS. So the Angels beat the Tigers, so our former club gets knocked out in the wild card round. The Angels will be taking on the Columbus Pride. And in the National League, who will our opposition be? The Atlanta Braves. So let's quickly take a look at said Atlanta Braves. They went 96 and 66 on the year. Middle of the road offense, middle of the road pitching staff. They still have Ozzie Albies. Acuna, is now 34-year-old Ronald Acuna is out, and it looks like he gets hurt a bunch, which is a shame. Yeah, look at that. He hasn't played a full season since 2027. And he's still putting up, wow, he's still putting up crazy. Look at his 2030. Played 33 games, hit 410, and put up 3 WAR. So if he could stay healthy, he'd be one of the best to do it, but he just can't stay healthy. So they still have Ozzie Albies. And that's about it. Jordan Groshans had 100 RBIs. But that's not a very good lineup. Their pitching staff is okay. Carter Rustad, Mario Rivera. He looks to be pretty good. Mel Gutierrez, they're young, and Vinny Romero. So he's the veteran, and then you got 24, 25, 25 in their bullpen, or in their rotation. So, all right, well, let's get to it. Let's, again, sim 2 elimination games and see how it goes. So game 1, Carter Rustad against Justin Barnes. The Braves take a 1-0 series lead because that's the way out of the park works. Ozzie Albies had 5 RBIs, Coffin and Harris. 4 RBIs for Coffin, 4 hits for Harris. Our bullpen, our pitching staff was just terrible across the board, which literally never happens, ever. So, yeah, hopefully that was just a fluke, and we bounce back here in Game 2. Mario Rivera against Atsunori Fujimoto. Series is tied at 1, so we come back with a shutout. Fujimoto, 5 shutout innings. We get a home run from Zumaya. Ganshorn and Morales each pitch 2 shutout. That's nice. So we are tied at 1 going back to Atlanta now. Game 3 will be Mel Gutierrez against Jim Lucas. So we will be playing Game 4 either way. It'll either just be our elimination game or their elimination game. The Braves beat us 5-4, so it's going to be our elimination game. So they score a run in the bottom of the 9th inning to do it. A home run from Harris with a 1 out in the bottom of the 9th off Morales. And yeah, so now we're facing a 2-1 deficit here. A 106-win team, 1 game away from being eliminated from the postseason in the NLDS. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Let's see what happens. We gotta play some baseball here. Play game at Atlanta. So for the Braves, Christian Hamilton will bat leadoff, play right field. Garrett Mitchell bats second, plays left. Ozzie Albies in the 3-hole, playing second. Danny Coffin will bat cleanup, bat fourth. Jordan Groshans will bat fifth, play third. Ricardo Perez bat sixth, does the catching. Christian Pache will bat seventh and play center field. Vinny Romero bats eighth as the starting pitcher. And Kassan Evans will bat ninth and be the shortstop. Really? Okay, whatever. For us, it's Bregman, Desmond, Guzman, Zumaya, Coliano, Sanchez, Adame, Tamer Johnson, and Miller Green. Adame's in there against the lefty. And let's play the game. Hopefully, we can come out of here with a victory. And I am recording, right? Yep. All right. So here we go. Game 4 against the Atlanta Braves. Bregman will lead off. Ground ball to third. 1 away. Jake Desmond in the 2-hole. Grounds it back to the pitcher. 2 quick outs here in the first. And Alexis Guzman. Lefty on lefty. Flied out to right center field. And Pache makes the catch out there. 3 up, 3 down in the first. That will bring up their leadoff hitter, Hamilton. Line out to the first baseman for the first out of the inning. Garrett Mitchell bats second. Hits a fly ball out to left. Catch is going to be made there. Guzman doesn't have to move. And Ozzie Albies will come up, 2 outs, nobody on. Draws a 4-pitch walk. And that brings up Coffin. Hard shift left against him. 1-1 pitch. Albies going to try to steal. And he does. Full count pitch to Coffin. Ball 4, so 2 on, 2 outs for Groshans. 1-1 pitch to him. Grounded to third, and that will retire the side. So no score after 1. Zumaya now. The more than likely NL MVP this year. Grounds out to short. Coliano, base hit to right field. First hit of the game for either club. Jesus Sanchez now. He walks, so 2 on, 1 out for Adame. And Adame hits that one out to right center field for extra bases. It's going to get at least 1 in. Is Coliano going to come around to score? He does. Yeah. So Coliano scores, Sanchez to third, and we're up 1-0. And Tamar Johnson will bat. It's a fly ball out to right field. The runner doesn't score. That stinks because now I got to count on Green to get a hit off a lefty, which he does not. He flies out to center, but we get a run on the board. We're up 1-0 after an inning and a half. Ricardo Perez now. Grounded down the first base line through the first baseman into right field for a leadoff double for Ricardo Perez. Pache, ground ball to short. Runner stays at second, 1 out. Vinny Romero now, the pitcher. He strikes out, and Kassan Evans, the number 9 hitter. He walks. That will bring up the leadoff hitter again, Hamilton. Grounds it to short, and we get out of the inning. So a couple more base runners, but we're through 2 scoreless. Bregman leads off. Gets hit by a pitch. So 1 on, nobody out for Desmond. Base hit to center. So the first 2 are on here in the second for our big guns. Excuse me. Alexis Guzman comes up, grounds it to second, and he hits into a 4-6-3 double play, but the run will score. We're now up 2-0. Zumaya is hit by a pitch, and here comes Coliano. Coliano with a base hit, his second hit of the game. So 2 on, 2 outs for Jesus Sanchez. Sanchez hits that one high and deep out to center field, and the catch is going to be made out there by Pache. That one got down quickly. Mitchell will lead off for the Braves in the bottom of the third. He hits a pop-up to right. 1 out. Albies now. 3-1 pitch to Ozzie. Pop up there, and the catch is going to be made by the shortstop, 2 away. And Coffin. 1-0 pitch. Grounded to short. 3 up, 3 down in the third. Best inning of the game for Miller so far. Adame with an RBI double his last time up. Strikes out this time. Here comes Johnson. Flies out to right, and Green. Down to first. 3 up, 3 down in the fourth. The bottom of the fourth, still 2-0. Groshans. 1-2 pitch. Strike 3. Perez now, he had a double last time up. It's a fly ball to straightaway center. Catch is made out there. And 2 outs for Pache. Ground ball to first. 3 to pitcher covering, and we're through 4, and it's 2-0. Bregman will lead off the 5th. Gets hit by another pitch, the 2nd time today and the 3rd time in the game. Here comes Desmond. Desmond hits that one out to right center field for extra bases. Bregman's going to make the turn at second. He's going to hit third, and he will stop there. So second and third, nobody out for Alexis Guzman. Guzman hits a bloop out to left field. Catch is made. We're going to try to send him, and he is safe, according to the information up here. So a sac fly gives us a 3-0 lead. Runner on third, 1 out for Zumaya. Zumaya hits that one out to left field. That one is back, gone. Adin Zumaya with a 2-run shot to left, and it's 5-0 Cincinnati. They bring in a new pitcher, Johnny Bennett. Coliano to left center field this time. That one's going to get down for extra bases. And Coliano, 3 hits here in a game, must-win game 4 for the Reds. Hit over the second baseman into right center field. Coliano will hold at third. First and third now, 1 out for Willie Adame. Adame pops that one out to center field. Coliano goes back to tag up. And here comes the throw, and he is safe. So another sac fly, and it's 6-0. Tamar Johnson now grounds it to second, and that retires the side. But we score 4 and go to the bottom of the 5th, up 6. Jake Berger will pinch hit. 1-2 pitch to him. And he's hit by the pitch. A ton of hit by pitches in this one. We're going to go double play depth. Ground ball to second. And we turn it. Perfect. Hamilton now. Hit out to center. And that's going to get down for a base hit. So 2-out single for their leadoff hitter. Here comes Garrett Mitchell. Grounds it to the second baseman. Has it over to first for the out. So Green is through 5. How many pitches has he thrown? 62. He's fine. All right, so he's going to lead off. Jaden Hill against Miller Green. Green strikes out. And here comes Bregman, who's been hit by 2 pitches in this one. Hits that one out to left, and that one's gone. Alex Bregman gets a little bit of revenge here. Hit by pitches in his last 2 at-bats. Sends this one over the left field wall, and it's 7-0 now. Here comes Desmond. Gonna pop that one to left for the second out of the inning. And Alexis Guzman will step up. Grounded to second base. And that retires the side. But we score another run. And it's now a touchdown lead for us. 7-0. Comes Albies. Grounded to second base. And first out of the inning. Coffin hard shift left. 1-2 pitch to him. Grounded to second base. Into the shift. 2 away. And Groshans. Hit to center. It's going to get down for extra bases. So it's going to be a 2-out double. Yeah, 2-out double for Jordan Groshans in the 6th inning. That will bring up Perez, who has a double of his own. 3-2 pitch to him. Walks him. So first and second now 2 outs for Pache. Pache, it's a fly ball to left, and Guzman makes the catch. So that retires the side, and I'm going to get somebody up. Can't get Morales. I can't get my 2 best relievers up. So we will go with James Hayes, who's been quite good. And I'd like to just pile on the runs here so that we don't even have to worry about it. And that's going to help a lead-off double from Adin Zumaya, who had a 2-run home run his last time up. Coliano now. Strikes out. Sanchez hits that one to center field. That gets down for a base hit. Here comes the throw to the plate, and we are now up 8. That's what I wanted to see. Just keep piling on the runs. There's a walk. Here comes Tamar Johnson. Wild pitch. 2 runners going to scoring position. I'd like a hit here from Johnson, so I don't have to make a decision about what to do with Green. And diving catch out in right field. So that's going to score 1 run. It's going to give us a 9-run lead. So I will let Green bat here. And he bloops that one to short. Catch is made. We score 2 more. It's 9-0. Jarren Duran stepping in for the Braves. Hits a pop-up on the infield. Catch made there. 1 away. Evans grounded into a double play last time. Grounds this one to third. 2 outs. And Hamilton. It's going to be a 2-out single for their leadoff hitter. And that will bring up Mitchell now. He grounds to second base, and that will retire the side. So we're going to go to the 8th up by 9. I think we can get Miller. Oh, no, I'm not gonna take him out yet. Not going to take him out yet. I've learned my lesson. I'm going to get Gutierrez up, and we're just going to let him keep pitching. He's not even at 90 pitches. So Barnett, full count pitch, walk to Bregman. That brings up Desmond. It's a fly ball out to center field. Catch is going to be made out there by Pache. Here comes Zumaya, or excuse me, not Zumaya, Guzman. He flies out. Now Zumaya. Zumaya hits that one out to right field. Catch is going to be made out there. And that's the first time we don't score since the 4th. Go to bottom of the 8th, up by 9. So Ozzy Albies will shift left for him. Hits a pop up to left field. Guzman makes the catch. Now Coffin. Hits a fly ball out to left and over the head of Alexis Guzman. He's not a very good defensive outfielder, and that is a 1-out triple. All right, and that's going to do it for Miller Green. 7 1/3 innings, throws 94 pitches. I'll take it. Groshans shift left. 1-2 pitch from Gutierrez to Groshans. Strike 3. And Perez. 2-0 pitch to him. Hit out to right. Down for a base hit. So first run of the game for the Braves on a bloop single. And it's 9-1. Wild pitch sends the runner to second. 1-2 pitch to Pache. He strikes out. So we get out of it. Only giving up the 1. We are up 8 still. Here comes Coliano. He walks, and I'm going to get somebody up for next inning. It's going to be Hayes. Hayes? Yeah, Hayes. Sanchez now. Runner on first, nobody out in the top of the 9th. Sanchez hits that one to left, and that is gone. Jesus Sanchez goes oppo taco. 2-run shot to left, and it's a 10-run lead. Adame strikes out. Tamar Johnson pops out to left. Get a pinch hitter up. It'll be Chris Billman. 3-2 pitch to our pinch hitter. Draws a ball 4. Here comes Bregman. He strikes out. So we go to the bottom of the 9th, up by 10. We should be able to force a game 5 here unless something tragic happens. Here comes Bro, Josh Bro. Oops, not the button I wanted to pitch or push. Bro hits that one to left. That gets down for a base hit. Infield deep. Strike 3. I'm going to put the infield deep. Grounded to the catcher, on to second. So 2 outs, runner on first. We are going to guard the lines. And yeah, just avoid the extra base hits. Ball 4 to Garrett Mitchell. Again, we will guard the lines. There we go. So that ends game 4, an easy one, 11-1. We beat the Braves. Good game offensively for Sanchez. Had 3 hits, 3 RBIs. Coliano 3 hits, 3 runs scored. Zumaya 2 hits, including a home run. Bregman homers. Adame had 2 RBIs. 7 1/3 innings of 1-run baseball for Green. And we force a game 5. And it's going to be at home. And unfortunately, Game 5 is going to be saved for next episode. That is going to do it for this episode. So I will click one more time to get to the start of the game. And there we are. So that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Let me know your thoughts. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate the support. And we'll talk to everybody soon. Bye-bye.